And that's part of this three-step process that we walk through. After we put together a financial plan, we're trying to go through these three steps. And it can sound basic at times, but when we're digging into to a custom plan for you, a specific scenario to talk about the goals that you're trying to reach and when you're trying to get there, we want to make sure you have the resources to accomplish those things, because that's what ultimately matters, right? Mike, I know you've dealt with a lot of these situations and talked through many clients and some difficult situations as they're going through real tough decisions, right?
Oh, exactly. And I've always said my 25 years of investing experience, the best investments you'll ever make are the hardest ones. The ones you at the time you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I buying stocks when they're down 30%? Why am I buying international stocks right now? Those are the ones 5 to 10 years from now you'd be like, I'm really glad I did that. The ones that looked easy, like, oh wow, that was up to 30% in video. It's going to go up another 30%, right? Next week. Those are the ones like my Cisco Systems purchase or my WorldCom purchase in 1999. Those didn't work out too well.
Yeah.
So the hardest purchases, the hardest ones are the best. But this is, our approach, and this is an evergreen slide. So those who listened to previous webinars have watched this before. But we're short-term pessimists, and I'm quoting Morgan Housel here. The money you need in the next 5 to 7 years, we don't want in the stock market. That's where we have the bonds or some amount of cash. For that money you don't need in the next 7 years or so, we want for that growth, because your longer term risk is purchasing power or inflation. And having that and taking advantage of global growth with U.S. and international companies will let you help you, offset that, growth of cost over time. We obviously implement the plan. That's what we do here every day in terms of the investments we select.